From the University of Louisville College of Business, welcome to Dream Funders, delivered by Papa John's. This time, a local business that offers a fun and competitive way to explore the city.
A scavenger hunt and a race all rolled into one.
The question is, are any of our funders ready to get into the game? And a pair of kid investors with an idea to revolutionize computer data storage.
No need for an IT firm.
All that and more right now on another edition of Dream Funders, delivered by Papa John's. I'm Melissa Fraser with the show that matches big ideas with big money. We're going to meet a couple of boy geniuses coming up today. I can't wait to see if any of our investors want to jump on board with their idea. And we'll hear about a local game that's half race, half scavenger hunt. But first, let's meet our panel of investors. Mark Palmer. He's launched several successful startup ventures, including Oology, a Louisville-based ad firm of which he is the executive creative director. Phil Mason is here. He spent 40 years owning, operating, buying, and selling major companies, many based right here in Kentucky, ranging from modeling agencies to full-service hotels. In the middle, Pat Yates, who hit it big with his Happy Feet Slippers business. You might have seen him on ABC's Shark Tank, with his business that's now a $4 million a year company. Next is Amy Leckie. She's built a successful human resource consulting practice. She's also published 3 books, started and operated 3 successful businesses, and is a certified human resource professional with 20 years of HR and entrepreneurial experience. And finally, Mark Lampkin, who's a U of L grad and now listed as one of the top financial professionals in Kentucky. He manages more than $280 billion in assets, and you might have seen him on TV before as a contestant on The Apprentice with, yes, Donald Trump. It's time to get down to business. Let's meet our next dreamer.
Hi, my name is Stefan Kwasinski, CEO, Guardbox.
I'm Kyle McLaughlin, and I'm CFO at Guardbox. We're seeking a $2,500 grant through KeenStart, a 501c3, as well as a strategic partnership from one of the Dream Funders.
In the 21st century, data is the lifeblood of most every business. It's your customer information, it's your financial records, and it's your product development and research. Losing data in this day and age oftentimes means losing your business itself.
Some businesses attempt to solve these problems by either backing their data up to external hard drives. Quite frankly, they spin and they fail, but 140,000 of them a week. Some businesses attempt backing up online with cloud services, but they aren't exactly private and they're only as secure as the warehouse out in Texas they're backed up to. Some businesses have got complex systems that are so intricate and so special that they need certain IT firms just to install them, and the cost of which is such an inefficiency or not a reality at all for many non-employer businesses.
Our solution, the Guardbox. The Guardbox is to a small business or an individual what a black box is to an airplane. Designated files from designated devices are automatically backed up to the server within. And through multiple methods of disaster proofing, your data is made safe from the elements.
We already have our beta testers lined up, ready to use our product. We are Guardbox, and with a little bit of money and advice from the Dream Funders, we can make our dream a reality.
Will this big idea attract big money from our funders? We'll find out coming up.
This community is full of organizations that can help you start and grow a business. Here's one of those groups that can help you live the dream.
GSE is a unique opportunity for Kentucky high school students to engage with adult mentors who take their ideas seriously.
The Governor's School for Entrepreneurs offers young people the opportunity to explore our ideas in a challenging environment where we find out what it takes to get a business up off the ground.
What do you offer entrepreneurs?
GSE teams work with business professionals and entrepreneurs from around Kentucky. In just 3 short weeks, they develop a business model, create a prototype, and deliver a pitch to an interested audience. GSE thanks Governor Matt Bevin, the Education and Workforce Development Cabinet, and our many private sponsors. Find out more about becoming a sponsor or apply today at KentuckyGSE.com.
This is one of many organizations that wants to help you live the dream. To see a complete list of organizations, go to LouisvilleDreamFunders.com. Delivered to you by Papa John's.
Welcome back to Dream Funders. delivered by Papa John's on the beautiful campus of University of Louisville. You know, John Schnatter started Papa John's when he was just a kid. And right now, we have a couple of kids, even younger, with a business idea of their own. Their product is called the Guard Box, and they say it will revolutionize computer data storage. Let's see if our funders agree.
We are Guardbox, and with a little bit of money and advice from the Dream Funders, we can make our dream a reality.
How is this different than the external hard drive that you spoke of failing earlier?
Okay, so traditionally, if a small business were to purchase an external hard drive, it's just the drive, and they typically keep it in a safe, and they pull it out of the safe to then back up. Oftentimes, it's not automatic to begin with, and it will eventually fail. There's multiple drives inside here, so there's a lot of redundancy with the data. If one of them fails, then it's okay because your data is still there.
How many times redundant?
How many times have we done what?
How many times redundant is the?
Two of these drives can fail, and you're still good to go. It's recommended, though, that if one fails, you immediately replace it. And this can be done very easily. You just pull it out, just pop in a new one. So there's no need for an IT firm like that custom solutions comparable to this require.
The process is also known as RAID 6.
How much, what do you sell it for? Is it corporate? Are you individual? Who are you targeting? How are you going to target them? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Complex question. First of all, we sell two models. We sell a 256 gigabyte model and a 1 terabyte model. They look exactly identical other than the drives. So the lower end model costs about $172 to make, and the higher end model costs about $210 to make. We're selling them for $250 and $400. As far as who we're targeting, mostly non-employer or just small and general businesses. Those for whom the other not so sure backup solutions or the completely expensive backup solutions that already exist aren't a reality, and they're left defenseless against certain natural disasters.
So tell me again, because I'm not quite computer illiterate, but very close, right? You guys run circles around me, so for a layperson like me, I know that on the financial services business, I have encrypted website, we got encrypted servers, we have encrypted, seems like everything. So why buy this box if I can get encryption online, or kind of explain that to me?
So many small businesses, they don't feel comfortable putting their data in the cloud, or they have policies in place preventing them from placing them in the cloud, and it sometimes isn't cost effective for freelancers, which we're especially targeting. But as for encryption levels, this does the same level of encryption as any of your servers might do already, but in a cheaper package. And you set it up easily, no need for an IT firm. The other competitor would be personal clouds that are also easy to set up. They're available from Western Digital or Seagate. You can get these at Walmart, but there's no disaster proofing on them. So it's the same level of easy to use and automatic backup. But if a fire, flood, tornado comes around, your data's gone.
Is it a constant push on the update, or you have to actually prompt it?
Prompt the data backup? No, it's just you select certain folders, and as you change files, they get pushed to the guard box.
And it's available on iOS. Is it available Mac? Is it PC based? I mean, you can use your computer at home. You have to be right there to be able to do it, though, or is it you be able to do it anywhere? So
the moment you designate a computer to back up to the guard box, the moment you save a file that's pre-existing on there, it does the transition without any.
Okay.
Is it tethered or wired?
Yes and no. It's wired in the sense that you plug it into your router to set it up, but your devices will connect to it wirelessly, very similar to a cloud. You can even do it off-site.
So no one has to touch it, and it's backing up?
Yeah. Once you set it up, you're good to go.
It sounds like a really great solution. I know with my business we had a flood, and of course we had one of those little hard drives next to the server, just to back it up, and then when we had that flood we lost a lot of data and we went through a lot of issues to try to recover it. Tell me a little bit about how you've got this device that you've developed, which sounds amazing, that's going to be fireproof, weatherproof, so that there's a sense of security for a small business owner that might be wanting to purchase it.
The different methods of data backup, first of all, it's waterproof. So a nano-thin layer of silicone spray can easily waterproof almost anything, especially electronics. So the new Samsung phones, they're like that. Fireproofing, mainly, this is made of 305 stainless steel, which has a melting point of 3,500 degrees. So the fire for the box itself isn't a problem. Fireproof cabling, Canon cables, we've already got that taken care of, so it's not going to travel through the cable very much. As far as
also insulation within, you can see the layer.
I think that guys like you, knowing your age and where you're at, your first idea is never your best. I think the ones that are going to come after this will be great. Well, I think this is fantastic. Going to be fighting an uphill battle as technology changes. I think it's cool. I think it's really neat, and I think it's actually got a really good spot. But I just don't think, even though I'm in the internet business, that I could really help you with that. It's just not my expertise, even though. But I really wish you guys luck, and I see big things for you in the future.
I will donate this in the form of service to rename you and to give you a logo that Superman would not be jealous of.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Well, I think it's a fantastic concept, and I just really love your spirit of entrepreneurship. And having been through a disaster recovery not too long ago, I think you've got something, depending on the market share. I don't know a lot about this particular business, but I also do know how awful the impact can be when you don't have some proper protection. But I certainly would love to team up, or interested in teaming up maybe, and be able to financially support you with your $2,500 request to help you further your idea.
Yes.
So great.
So you got double what you wanted. You got services and money. You guys are cleaning up.
Well, guys, it looks like it paid off thinking inside of the box. At the end of this, you probably want to get some information from these guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
What will our U of L business coaches have to say about that pitch? Let's find out. Here's Suzanne Burgermeister and Van Klaus.
I love seeing the seeds of entrepreneurship planted at a young age. And these boys are teenagers. And for them to have the wherewithal to invent something, to solve a problem, and to get up there and give a pitch like that, to me, I thought it was fantastic. And they've obviously had some good coaching because they told a great story. I loved the analogy of the black box on an airplane. We immediately understood what a black box on an airplane is. And so I think that was pretty good.
Yeah. I like the fact that these entrepreneurs appreciated that meeting investors and starting to develop those relationships is about more than just money. They're looking for advice and assistance as they continue to work to take this to market. So I like that realization on their part.
And you know what I always say, everything in business is about relationships, sincere relationships built on mutual trust and respect. And those boys are starting to build those relationships already. Good job.
Yes. The future looks bright for us with young entrepreneurs like this.
Next, it's a new interactive game called Louisville Quest.
A scavenger hunt and a race all rolled into one.
Will her quest for funding win over our investors? We'll see when Dream Funders continues.
Dream Funders on WBNA is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. With support from the University of Louisville College of Business. Bring your business vision to life. UPS. Graduate debt-free. Brown & Brown Insurance. Your trusted partner. And Marketing Squad. Tell your story. Grow your business.
Welcome back to Dream Funders on campus at the University of Louisville, with the show that matches big ideas with big money. Our next dreamer has an idea to make exploring our city into a game, but she's not playing around when it comes to the business she's trying to build around it. Let's meet her.
Hello, I'm Teresa Homrich with the Louisville Quest, a fun, competitive way to explore our city. We are a sightseeing tour, a scavenger hunt, and a race all rolled into one. It's great for tourists and locals alike. It's also good for corporate team building. We're asking for $100,000 for 20% equity.
Cool. Tell us what happens. What do you do?
Teams
Run,
of
jump, swim? Is it like the Ironman?
Not exactly.
All right.
Teams of two to five compete to solve puzzles and challenges to get from location to location in the fastest amount of time. They're racing to get to the finish line, but they don't know where they're going.
Tell us, how many people did it last year and this year, and how do you make money from it? I love the idea of having fun, but I like making money better.
We had just over 800 last year and over 400 this year. It costs $45 for 21 and over, $35 for ages 11 to 20, and 10 and under are free.
What do you think? Will Teresa's quest be successful? The Dream Funders weigh in when we return.
Tips for Entrepreneurs, brought to you by the University of Louisville College of Business.
Entrepreneurs come up with many ideas, but are often frustrated by the lack of time and resources to develop those ideas. A good place to start is an idea journal. Jot down your ideas and make notes about the relevant facts related to that idea as you progress over time. The best ideas are typically related to the entrepreneur's background and experience, coupled with a solid value for specific customer segments. At University of Louisville, our Entrepreneurship MBA program helps you go through this process with a proven methodology and provides feedback on your ideas to ensure success when you launch into the marketplace. I'm Van Klaus with the University of Louisville.
I'm Melissa Fraser. Welcome to Dream Funders, the show that matches real-world entrepreneurs with big-time investors. Right now, Teresa Homrich of Louisville Quest is making a pitch for funding, hoping to expand her business based on a fun and interactive way to explore the city.
I like making money, but I like having fun better.
Well, then you would like this.
Tell me how this works.
Okay, you get your team, pick your Saturday, pick your route, show up that day, and we send you an email and tell you where to go. Then you compete against the other teams that day. We meet you there. We explain the rules. We give you the information that you need. You're on your way. We're there to support you along the way. We meet you at the finish line where we have an award ceremony. We buy the first round of drinks and appetizers. We do first, second, and third place awards. And we have fun.
Tell me how you integrate Louisville with this. Are there certain historical landmarks? Are
yes,
there
all
retail
the routes,
landmarks?
Yes. We have 4 different routes. They incorporate history as well as the retail establishments and some of the other fun things that there are to see in Louisville.
Do you have any relationships with the retail establishments in kind, trade, good deals?
We've partnered with a lot of the establishments. We don't do any trade deals or anything like that yet. That's something that we've considered, and that might be the next step. But right now, they let us come there, and we love going there, and we encourage the people that go there to buy from them.
Do you transport these people?
No, it's all walking. Each route is less than 2 miles unless they get off track.
Is it in downtown Louisville?
There are 2 routes in downtown Louisville, one in Newloo and one in the Highlands.
So you're looking for $100,000 invested in your company. Tell us what you're going to do with the money.
I'm going to hire someone full-time so that we can do more than 38 days. And I'm going to spend money on advertising and building our infrastructure to support more people doing the quest.
What percentage for $100,000?
20%.
20.
I think it's a really fun concept, and having fun is so great. You're facilitating so many great experiences for people who, you know, if half of them are not from Louisville, they're coming to hear about our city, and you're really kind of creating this great memory for people. But I'm like Mark, you know, I started my business when I had as a single parent with 2 small children at home. And I think to really see the growth and your vision established, you've got to be all in and give that 100% too. So great concept. I'd love to participate and learn more, but as far as investing, I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Thank you.
So I think that what you ought to think about doing is maybe finding someone that's all in with the experience themselves, tie in the people that are in the restaurants where it finishes. So if it finishes on Baxter or wherever and you go to this bar, then they have to pay half of what the people do and make it affordable where people will come back, sell packages to come 4 times a year. I think there's a path, but the path's not being seen because you have to be there.
Thank you.
Do you have any competitors?
Not that do exactly what we do. We compete with the other tours, the city taste tours, the trolley tours, the bicycle tours, and we compete with the mega caverns and the breakout rooms, but they're not exactly what we do. We're different because we're different than the other scavenger hunts that have the apps, because we're there to meet the teams when they kick off. and then we give hints and we follow the groups along, and then we're there at the finish line. So that differentiates us.
Well, I'd be willing to take a look at it 6 months from now. I'd like for you to, just to keep good financial records, and then let's sit down and see where you've been, where you want to go. Can't commit to any dollar amount right now, but.
Well, that'd be great. Thank you.
I do a lot of mentoring, and I'd be glad to give you some of my time.
The nice thing about this is too, if you can prove this model where you can grow that revenue, clearly franchisable across the country, which could be huge for you. Even if it can be a lifestyle business. My wife and I brought curves for women to Louisville, and each store wasn't super profitable, but she made a very nice living during that time. And it's spread across the country, and I could see that happening here, that this could be a lifestyle business, and you could possibly franchise this down the road. You just got to prove the first one.
It's got a lot of opportunity.
Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, I think I'm with these guys in that I think that your evaluation's a lot higher than what your path has proven it's worth thus far. I think that the franchise opportunity is a potential gold mine, but you need to perfect this model, and you need to perfect the brand first, so that the brand is applicable on multi non-geographically agnostic areas. For example, right now with your logo, you've got a fleur-de-lis inside Louisville, and that it gets lost in Louisville because a lot of people have a fleur-de-lis, so you need something that's unique and memorable. And since Quest is the operative that would move from city to city, you need to put the emphasis on the Quest piece, and Louisville a lot smaller, so that when you do, if and when you do provide a franchise in Indianapolis or Chicago or where that might be, that the Quest is the brand. The city is negotiable.
Good suggestion, thank you.
So am I hearing that in Teresa's quest for cash, the answer is not no, but it's just not now?
So.
However, Teresa, you've picked up a few clients. So you never know what could happen. Okay.
That's good.
Yes, it is good. So thanks for coming on. And it sounds like you're going to get some information and stay in touch as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what went right and what went wrong with that pitch? Let's find out from our U of L business coaches.
I think one of the issues the investors had with this concept was the fact that they're not working full-time in the business. And this is a dilemma that lots of entrepreneurs face as they're trying to transition from a career-type job to launching their own business. So I certainly understand the dilemma they have, but I think this is the kind of business that they could work around that if they can get better branding and think about a way to expand it to other cities.
Absolutely. I can tell you that interactive experiences are really, really hot these days. Road rallies, scavenger hunts, escape scenarios. So it's a large and growing market. But you're right. I think that if they've been able to build the business to this scale, only working part-time, imagine what they could do if they worked full-time. And I also think they're missing some revenue opportunities by not partnering with retailers and restaurants and bars. So that's something for them to think about.
At the University of Louisville, we have a couple of experts that could be of assistance. We have one professor who's an expert in franchising, and another professor that's an expert in branding, and I would be glad to help this entrepreneur make those connections.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser, and we'll see you next time.
Dream Funders on WBNA is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. With support from the University of Louisville College of Business. Bring your business vision to life. UPS. Graduate debt-free. Brown & Brown Insurance. Your trusted partner and marketing squad. Tell your story, grow your business.